God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. You have to believe it or not to start with, God is. Now, if you have a problem with that, you'll have a problem with all the rest of it. Just like if you read in Genesis 1:1, in the beginning, God. So if you can't get past that, you're going to have a problem with the rest that's said. And so you must come to terms with that without truth or believe error, because God is. And then it says our refuge. So now it becomes personal. That word refuge means shelter, hope, trust. And so over the years, we can comfort each other with the things that we've learned, our own experiences. You see that even in the writing of the scriptures, the Apostle Paul and the guys sharing their encounters with the Lord and how they learned about the things in the Word and so forth. Well, let me ask you a question. What would you do if you were caught in a winter storm traveling in the middle of Kansas at night with a car from California with bald tires and a heater that didn't work? What would you do? I was driving. My two friends, unbelievers, were curled up in their sleeping bags, one in the front seat and one in the back seat. And I'm driving, and I could hardly see. We hit this winter storm, and I just remember thinking, Lord, help. That was my simple prayer. The next thing you know, there's a sign that says, storm shelter ahead. Well, that might be a common sign in Kansas, but I never seen a sign like that ever. And so, storm shelter ahead. I just said, Lord, help. Storm shelter ahead. So I went ahead a little bit, and there it says storm shelter. So I pull in the parking lot, wake up my friends, and it's about 0 degrees at the time. It ended up getting 30 below. The snow was piled up. And there we walked up into a storm shelter. It was the most quaint cabin with a full load of wood and a big fireplace with electricity. We went in, started a big fire. My friends fell back to sleep in their sleeping bags. I kept the fire going all night and ate Hershey bars, I remember. And then the morning came, and the storm was over, it was blue skies, but when we opened the door, the car was encased in snow. Remember, California car has water in the radiator instead of antifreeze, especially in the 70s. But anyway, so we went out there and turned the key, and it was nothing. Click, not even a click, not even click, click. And so I said to my friends who were unbelievers, let's pray. And they said, okay. And so put our heads down, and I prayed, and the car started up like it was warm. And then we continued on our way. And I just think, God is our refuge and our strength. And it says there, a very present help in troubles.